Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show on this Friday, the 17th of December, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad to have you guys here. Now, here's what I want to say. I've kept you guys up to date, basically, on the cryptocurrencies, going back now to when this channel started. Some of you guys have been listening carefully to this channel, probably done very well. But I continue to keep you guys up to date. And in fact, what's happening right now with cryptocurrencies, I forecast this a few months back. Back when Bitcoin was up like 60 some odd, $65,000 or whatever, or 67,000 or whatever, I forecast this. I told you that a buying opportunity was coming up. And I even gave you guys prices I thought it was going to go to. Well, we're still in that buying opportunity. It's happening right now. Because I think on the other side of this, let me tell you guys what I think the price is going to. I'll tell you right now what I think the price is going to go to. And now I'm not talking about in the way off in the future. I'm not talking about 5 years from now or 10 years from now either. I'm talking sooner timetable than that, because we're headed into a worldwide hyperinflation. And the Fed is ensuring this by their tightening schedule that they're doing right now. And they're going to move us quicker into the hyperinflation, faster, the worldwide hyperinflation. And you know, cryptocurrencies is the wave of the future. Decentralization is the wave of the future, you know. And some of you guys listening out there might not have any Bitcoin, but you're not going to need a lot ultimately to where this thing is going. Bitcoin's expanding out. It's becoming with different aspects and different add-ons that they're putting onto it. It is becoming scalable to the entire world as a fundamental core behind all of the world's fiat currencies. In other words, Bitcoin could become the new gold 2.0, but a digital gold that's used as a backing for almost everything on Earth. It's able to be expandable. One Bitcoin could service the entire globe. Just one Bitcoin could service the entire globe by expanding the decimal point out. I know that the Satoshis right now are set at, I think, at 99 million Satoshis in one Bitcoin, which is individual monetary units. So if you're buying one Bitcoin, you're not buying one, you're buying 99 million right now. But they can expand that decimal point out, add digits to it, make it instead of just 1 0, they've just expanded it out, and then they can add as many zeros as they want. One Bitcoin could cover the entire Earth's value of everything. So how high do I think Bitcoin's going to go to? Now, I'm going to talk about in the short term, which would be like within the next 3 years. I think it's going to go to $500,000 a coin. That's what I think. So I think this is a buying opportunity, because you're going to look back. Do you remember back when it was like $3,500 and I was telling you guys on here it's a buying opportunity? Some of you guys get in, Bitcoin was $3,500. Right now we're into another buying opportunity. And this buying opportunity we're into right now might get better before it's gone. We might be more toward the front edge of this buying opportunity. We might actually, it's possible to actually see a 3 instead of a 4 in front of Bitcoin. Like right now it's what, 48,000, 46,000, something like that. We might actually see a 3 in front of it before this is over. But what's coming on the other side of this? You won't be able to afford to buy. It's going to be out of your league. Right now, it's just still, for a lot of us out here, it's still barely in our league. We could be able to buy a little bit, maybe. But this is the thing. You're not going to need a lot. I think where this thing is going. I think the governments, for all their talk about banning Bitcoin and stuff, and we went through all that. Didn't happen, and I think there's a reason why it didn't happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I think this thing is, the horse is out of the barn now at this point, and this thing is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And ultimately, the growth cycle that is feeding and is going to feed the cryptocurrencies is the same growth cycle and feeding that's going to feed the precious metals as well. So you have to sit down, you have to realize what your money in the bank actually is. It's just digits on a screen. It's as real as the gold in World of Warcraft or any of these other video games. That's how real you're already digital, guys. Your dollar's already digital. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the next revolution in this digital movement into the future. Bitcoin is the original and in my estimation the best of all of the digital decentralized cryptocurrencies. Now, there's other good ones out there, yeah, but a lot of them are all going to disappear. So you got to be very careful. The closer you stay to Bitcoin, the better, because Bitcoin is the original, and it's the one I think that's going to be the big one, as they slowly make it more and more user-friendly. I can see a time coming, in the not too distant future where it's been difficult to use cryptocurrencies over the years. You have to be a computer nerd. But I can see a time coming when they make these wallets and things that hold the cryptocurrency so easy that even your grandma can make a payment and figure it out. And by that time, you're not going to be able to buy Bitcoin for $30,000 anymore for a full coin. You might be able to buy 1/1000th of a coin, but it's going to be so expensive by the time it's easy to use. And everybody's using it and everybody wants it. We're still on the front edge of this thing. It's still a toy that's being played with in the investment community. It's still a speculative investment. But this is still early adopter phase. And I know that back when it was first invented back in 2009 until now, it's been quite a long time. But new inventions often take many years before they finally become fully adopted in the world. And we're not to that point of it being fully adopted and being used as a means of conveying money from one place to another over the internet in a meaningful way. We're still in the early adopter phase of this thing, and it's still difficult to do things like spend your Bitcoin. But by the time comes when everybody takes it, and it's going to be more useful as money than the money that you call money now, it'll be too expensive. So this is still the ground floor, guys, is what I'm basically saying to you guys. We're still on the ground floor of this thing. And right now we're into a buying opportunity that might expand and actually grow bigger and better. In other words, the price might actually get a bit lower yet. But we're in the buying opportunity area right now. And I think ultimately a few years from now, it's going to be more important that you have some rather than how much did you pay for it. Did you pay 50,000? Did you pay 30,000? Did you pay 60,000, 80,000? All that's not going to matter so much. What's going to matter is that you actually have it. Because I think it's going to be the fundamental core layer behind the world's financial system. Gold has been vying for this position and has had this position. But Bitcoin has things that gold doesn't have. It can be transferred over the internet seamlessly very quickly. Gold, let's see you try to move a large amount of gold someplace from one place to another. That's the old. That's the old. Gold is the old. And Bitcoin's what's coming in. Now, that doesn't mean that I am against gold. I think gold is possibly one of the best plays out there right now. I think gold's going to take advantage of what's coming. I think gold and silver are wonderful. But I think the gain's going to be seen in crypto is going to be much larger. Because when you take a look at the amount of fiat that's out there in the system, and how one country after another, these smaller countries, like take a look at what's going on in Turkey right now. They're probably trying to reach out to try to find something of value to preserve their wealth right now. Thank you guys for listening to my show. And as Bitcoin price gets lower, you should be more bullish rather than bearish, because that's what happens is as the price drops on a commodity like Bitcoin, the tendency of people is to become more bearish themselves. In other words, we don't want it. The price is getting cheaper and cheaper. We don't want it. That's how people lose money. That's how people always end up being poor. You got to be the opposite of that. When something's going down, nobody else wants it. That's the time when you got to be bullish. The opposite of that is whenever everybody wants something and it's a hot commodity and you're bullish, you're going to lose money then. You should be bearish then when the market is way up high near its peak. Instead of buying in, that's what everybody does. They buy in when something's at near the peak, and then what happens is then the thing goes into its inevitable decline, and they're left holding the bag. The old saying, buy low, sell high. Don't buy high and then sell low, because that's the way most people do it. So look at this not as a bad thing, the fact that the cryptocurrency prices are going down because of Fed policy. Look at it as a buying opportunity. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next show. Bye-bye.